Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here with a really cool announcement. So, War Thunder is at the Paris Games event, and they're gonna be releasing pictures of new American tanks from today, October 29th, till November 2nd. Now, assuming they show off one tank a day, we're gonna get to see at least 5 tanks. Now, I would imagine they may, one or two of the days, show a few more than just one tanks. But anyway, what we're looking at right here is the American M2 medium tank. Now, I would imagine this is probably the reserve tier American tank. 37mm gun. Its armor's pretty, not good, so a Panzer II would have no issue penetrating it. The armor ranges between 6 to 32mm of armor, and in the slightly upgraded M2A1 version, it's between 6 and 51mm of armor. And I'm not sure if the M2A1 would be a tier 1 or if it'd also be reserve tier if they choose to incorporate that, or maybe that's one of the upgrades. You never really know. But what's kind of funny about this tank is it's got 7 machine guns. So in the event that machine guns were allowed to be used in War Thunder, this would be a pretty fun tank to use, once and if machine guns do become available. So we only have 3 pictures to go off of right now, but there's going to be an update every day, or so Gaijin says, so I'm pretty excited to see that. But a brief discussion about the American tank lines. I think everyone is quite familiar with the fact that the Shermans are kind of tall and relatively vulnerable. They're pretty good for those like hull down type situations because American gun depression is pretty decent. But I think that the Americans are going to have 2 main areas which they're really going to shine in, where players are really going to enjoy the American tank lines. The first of which is American tank destroyers. You don't have those bruising type casemate style tank destroyers that the Russians and the Germans employ. You have quick, nimble, open turreted, and heavy hitting cannons. You've got the M10, M18, and M36. So, the Hellcats, stuff like that, I think most people are gonna really enjoy the speed and the firepower of American tank destroyers. Secondly, if you're a German tanker, one of the frustrations you have right now is at the highest tiers, because the Germans didn't develop tanks, in the immediate aftermath of World War II during the early Cold War into the 1950s, where Russian tanks continue to be developed and are in the game. T-44s, T-54s, to name a few. But American tanks do have that early Cold War and Korean War era tanks. Pershing's, Pattons, and other developments later on. So they're going to have these big, more modern tanks. So I think they're going to be able to compete with the Russians a little bit better than the German tanks do. So I think those are the 2 areas. Anyway, let me know which American tanks you're looking forward to the most and why. Honestly, I'm kind of excited to see the M3 Lee and the Grant and their multiple gun systems, see how those play out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Baron. American Tank Hype. Give a like, show the video some love, and I'll see you guys soon.